Well, hello YouTube. Here we are with a little bit of a unboxing video. Well, of course, here we have ourselves the Ridgid brand reciprocating saw, or Sawzall, whatever you guys have come to be used to calling it. Of course, Sawzall is a brand of reciprocating saw, but it's very well known, so everybody calls these Sawzalls even though they're technically not, Of course, this reciprocating saw is part of the Ridgid brand of tools. It's part of the X4 line, and it runs off an 18-volt lithium-ion batteries. And it'll run off all Ridgid 18-volt batteries, whether it's the new lithium-ion or the old NiCad type of power tool batteries. Now, one of the drawbacks about this here saw is it would have been nice if it came with an extra battery, but it does not. What you're buying when you buy this is just the saw alone. Contrary to the size of the package, they could have put a battery in here, or even a battery and a charger. I wouldn't mind paying an extra $100 to have, a battery and a charger, because, well, when you have two batteries already in a drill and a circular saw or whatever you're using at the time, it's really going to eat them up fast. So I guess they do come on sale, so it wouldn't be that hard to buy a spare battery, to have on hand, but it would have been nice to have had it in the kit. Of course, this one here has a 90-day after the date of purchase. If you do not like this, you can return this basically to the store from which it was purchased for full refund or exchange. It has a 3-year limited warranty, or if you do register this product online, it does have a lifetime service agreement. So anytime within the 3 years, if there's trouble, you take it to the nearest Ridgid repair dealer and they'll take it all from there, or you register it online and, well, away she goes, right? So of course, the moment you've all been waiting for. So flip her on over, find yourself a little tabby thingy here, flip her on up, open the flaps, and of course you see the saw there encased in cardboard and plastic. Flip these on up, saw just pops right on up. Of course, you have your wonderful owner's manual instruction book that no one really ever reads. It does come with a spare rough cut bimetal type of blade here, so it'll handle starter projects. Wouldn't want to do much finishing work with this, of course, because, well, reciprocating saw is not really meant for finishing work. So of course, slide the old saw there out of the plastic, and basically we get ourselves the full look at the complete unit. Now, one thing I like about this unit is the blade is quite easy to change. I've seen certain other brands where it's a little plastic tab you flip up, and that sometimes is a pain because, of course, the plastic tab will break. I've seen other brands that have a collar that you push in, kind of like an air fitting, and slide the blade in. Of course, this guy here is a turn collar, and you slide your blade in that way. So of course, to install the blade for the first time, slide it on into the little tray here, keeper, and of course keep your fingers clear. You want to do this, of course, without the battery in the unit, because if it happens to self-trigger, you don't want to be cutting yourself. So basically, you turn the little collar, the blade slides on in, release it, and she's well, in there, ready to cut. So I just happen to have myself my spare Ridgid battery from my drill driver set that I have. We'll slide her on in, give her a little bit of a test fire, see how she sounds. Well, of course, brand new out of the box, it does work. Of course, this here unit has a little, of course, LED work light. By triggering a little button here on the handle, which of course is right there, the light down here lights up so you can see, well, kind of what you're cutting. It does have a trigger lock button for safety. You press it on in, and then she is locked and she won't engage. Now it does have an adjustable shoe down here where the little keeper here guard for the blade. Basically you flip this down and you can adjust it to 3 positions here. Of course it does have a max line. You don't want to go any further than the max line away from the saw itself. And basically it does have the orbital option here. It allows you to make more smoother cuts than the conventional reciprocating saw would. Kind of looks like it's been chewed by a rabid beaver. Well, that's basically the complete unboxing of this here saw. Now, of course, with the online Ridgid warranty, there is a number on the box you call and a number you need for the registration, which you'll find on the saw itself. So of course have those numbers handy, give them a call, register your product, because well, you never know when warranty may come in handy. So of course, the moment you've all been waiting for, let's take this baby outside, give her an operations check. Okay guys, so here we go. In front of us here we have ourselves a newly cut tree. Basically a chunk of a tree, if you will. Let's give her a good old cutting and we'll see how she performs. So of course, just to prove the first cut wasn't a fluke, let's do a second one. Pretty much like that. And of course, like all reciprocating saw blades, after the first cut or two, the paint will start to wear away, well, on the blade, but that doesn't affect the cutability of the blade. When you start seeing damaged, broken, or missing teeth, then you know you have, well, an issue. Okay guys, so here we go. This is a part of the video where I put my, well, final thoughts in on this saw. Of course, you've seen us there, we did the unboxing portion of the video, and of course we did the little operations check where I did a couple cuts in, well, a little bit of freshly cut tree, if you want to say. Well, first impression of this here saw is, well, it'd be a good addition to your Ridgid toolkit, especially if you already have the battery and the charger from like your drill driver combo set you bought last year. One of the downsides of this here unit is it does not come with a spare battery or charger, so you rely on what you already have to power the unit with. And maybe it's just me, but I think it's a very, very high drain device. The batteries I have maybe give you about 5 minutes of cut time, and they need to be changed. The saw will not run on the low batteries. Once they get down to a certain point, they just seem to shut right off. You unplug, you pop this battery out of the saw, pop in another battery, and then away she goes for another cut or two. So of course, just on the basics of appearance, usability, easy to use, stuff like that with the saw, it was easy to set up right out of the box. I like how it'll use virtually any reciprocating saw blade out there as long as it has the same, well, you know, shank as this one, regardless of the make or brand. Again, the cons or the downsides of this here unit is the fact that it is hard on batteries. So guys, of course, this has been an unboxing and a review of a Ridgid 18 volt reciprocating saw. So, as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's World. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.